During the first millennium there seems to have been little innovation in Western music, but an exception was the introduction of Gregorian chant in church services. This was a reshaping of the older Roman chant, in which melodies were sung to the accompaniment of a sustained note on, it is believed, a stringed instrument. Pope Gregory I is said to have ordered the collection and codifying of the plain song used in the Roman Church, and his name became associated with this form. The chants were written down by monks, using a form of letter notation above the lines of text. The appearance of neumes in the 9th century led to a more exact method of defining pitch. The teaching of the chant was put on an official footing in the church by Pope Vitalian, who was instrumental in founding the Schola Cantorum, based on the model of the Byzantine court. It was under Charlemagne that the Gregorian chant became widely used, with the associated antiphonal psalmody, a liturgical chant that was sung in association with a psalm. It was sung all over Europe. The chant system of 8 tones was directly related to the 8 church modes. It was for unaccompanied voice for, according to Saint Aloysius, any form of musical instrument was a toll of the devil, while Saint Augustine expressed concern over the seductive peril of pleasure created by beautiful singing. However, in the 9th century, Benedictine culture began to include the advancement of music. The monastic revival of the late 10th century saw the gradual introduction of organs into churches, although these were not originally used as an accompaniment to the singing, but rather served for signaling purposes, both to call people to worship and to denote points of the service, like the bell at the elevation of the host. Secular music, songs were, of course, also sung outside the church, especially on long journeys such as those to the various crusades and on pilgrimages. It is known that music played a role in the building of Notre Dame, when the workers sang as they worked. Indeed, at this time Paris was the musical center of the Western world, and its university was one of the first officially to teach music. One of the leading French musicians of the time was Onan, who was active in Paris between 1163 and 1190. Onan played a part in the early development of polyphony, by composing organum, a medieval form of part writing for 2 voices taken from the solo portions of graduals and alleluias for all the principal feasts of the ecclesiastical year. The main significance of this work was the introduction of a rational system of rhythm into polyphonic music. After Leonin's death, his work was modified by his pupil, P. Roten. This was the age of the peripatetic musician. There were 2 main classics: the troubadour, a cultivated traveling musician, generally of noble birth, and the minstrel, a professional entertainer, of more lowly birth. In Germany, the 12th, 13th, and 14th centuries saw the heyday of the Menunger, the German equivalent of the French troubadours. All these singers were both poets and composers of their own songs, for at this time very few sang other people's music. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget like, comment, share, and subscribe for more music history.